Grabbing the boards like, I'ma go coast to coast. I'm on beats like Dosey Do. They don't wanna go toe to toe. Step into my court, you get put in the post. Yo, what up, it's your boy JDMC, and we back with another video. Before we get into it, I just want to say thank you guys so much. In February last month, we since it's March now, we ended up gaining, I think, like around 250 subscribers, which is crazy. So yeah, I just want to thank you guys so much. Like, I'm gonna keep making these videos and keep pushing this channel regardless, but to see like the support and like the growth it just sort of, you know, like adds extra motivation. So I just want to say thank you guys. Like, you know, none of this growth would be possible without you, of course, so I really do appreciate it. I know like everyone says this, like all these YouTube content creators, but like I genuinely like mean that from the bottom of my heart. So like, thank you guys so much. Road to 1K by October, let's do it. I believe in us so much, and yeah, again, thank you guys. But what we're going to be doing today is 8 things you didn't know about Julius Randle. I've done the Brandon Ingram, Steven Adams, and LeBron James ones now, if you want to check those out after. But yeah, I wanted to do Julius Randle just because he became an all-star. I'm a big Lakers fan. He used to play for my team. He was like part of the reason I actually became a big Lakers fan. So yeah, I'm always going to show love to my boys. So let's just jump straight into it. But before we get into it, can we try get 14 likes. Let's try to get 14 likes in this video. And also, if you want to see me do this on like a certain player, leave it down in the comment section below, and I can potentially do it on that player. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So number 1, 25 teams offered him a contract. A source said at least 25 teams showed interest in Randle when he briefly became a free agent. This was when he left the Lakers, of course. But Randle believed he could be a good fit for the New Orleans up-tempo style of play. Randle also said that the Pelicans general manager Dell Temps told him that the franchise didn't just want him, it needed him. At the time, All-Star forward Anthony Davis sealed the deal by wooing Randle after it became clear DeMarcus Cousins wasn't returning. Now moving on to number 2, his mum played basketball. It's all more of a common thing for NBA mums to be players, like I know like JaVale McGee and stuff like that, so it is cool to see that. So Randle was raised by a single mother who was a former University of Texas women's basketball player, Carolyn Kyles. Randle credits his mother for always having him around, and she also wore number 30, and that's the reason he wears number 30. So yeah, shout out to all my queens out there balling up and producing these NBA players. That's cool as hell. Number 3, he had a childhood friend who was killed. Much like Brandon Ingram's situation, which I talked about in the Brandon Ingram video, similar to that. So Randle quoted, "I have a friend who got shot not too long ago. It really messed me up because this was the greatest kid with a genuine good heart, but he never had the right influences around him. He ended up getting shot and killed because he was trying to rob someone and didn't know nothing else. There are situations where I feel like can always be avoided if you have the right mentorship. I was lucky enough to have it from day one." So yeah, he did raise like a point, like yeah, it's just sort of about who you're around and the influence you have around. Obviously Randle, you know, was a basketball prodigy and, you know, kept good mentorship around him, but you know, like it's never easy to like hear stuff like this, and like for these like NBA players to like go through that and like deal with that and then grow into like the players they are, like you just got to give them that little bit more respect, you know, because like, you know, it's a cold world out there. And number 4, the Kobe influence. So obviously when we think of like Kobe influencing players, you know, we think of like the Kawhis, the Tatums, you know, sort of players like that who have worked with him. But we sort of, you know, look over like the players like Julius Randle and the effect they could have on him. So he quoted, "I followed everything he did," Randle said. I'm not saying I played like him, but you learn things. Footwork wise, the biggest thing I learned from him was heart and work ethic. He was 38 and still in the gym at 7:30 in the morning. I'm coming in as a rookie thinking I'm getting in early at 8:15, 8:30, and he's in a full sweat, already have worked out, talking about forgot what you're doing, let's play one-on-one. How he studies the game and attention to details, he was crazy smart. Those things still stick with me to this day. As we all know, Kobe was Kobe. Like the whole Mamba mentality thing was, you know, bigger than like himself. He's definitely been probably one of the most influential players in terms of like, yeah, influencing other players around the league. So it's cool to hear Randle say that as well. Like, you know, you'd assume Kobe had an influence in Randle, like Kobe being on the Lakers when Randle was like a rookie, but yeah, it's cool to hear Randle say this, how much he did soak up when he could. Now moving on to number 5, his hardest season of his life, or his hardest season of his career. So Randle spent 4 up and down years with the Lakers that included breaking his leg as a rookie, 0 playoff appearances, and playing with Kobe Bryant during his final season. But Randle's last season was the hardest and the biggest challenge for him, as the team only won 35 games and dealt with constant rumors about LeBron James and Paul George coming to LA. LeBron obviously ended up did coming that next year. Randle even deleted all of his social media off his phone before the last season because it became too quote-unquote toxic. And Randle quoted, "It was the hardest season by far in my life." He said, "Everything was bothering me from basketball standpoint. I feel like there were issues that were out of control. I'm a person that likes to control the narrative. I just had to grow up. I can't worry about things I can't control and let it affect my happiness." This seems to be sort of, you know, the common sort of perception from these young Laker players. Like I know Brandon Ingram talked about it, and also D'Angelo Russell talked about it. Like, I get it, like there is a lot of pressure on that Lakers franchise, and especially that 5-year stretch where they were like rebuilding at the end of Kobe's career. It was like a, you know, hard time in terms of like they weren't winning or anything, and the Lakers have always been a golden franchise, so yeah, I can understand how it would have taken a toll on like especially the younger players who had all that pressure on them. And now moving on to number 6, this sort of relates to number 5 as well. So the Jordan Clarkson and Larry Nance trade actually hurt Randle. So Randle quoted, "The Lakers stuff, it didn't really bother me," Randle said. "I moved on. The tough part is the brotherhood and the bond you establish with the players and the other guys. Nobody knows what you go through other than the guys in that locker room. All of us were young. I was an older dude in that locker room, and I was 22, 23 on my 4th year in the NBA. You go through war with these guys and you grow with these guys. When JC and Larry got traded to Cleveland, it hurt me." Yeah, so obviously basketball being like a team sport, and when you come into, you know, the league with these like core pieces around you, like, you can definitely understand like where he's coming from, like this, like, you know, like he entered the Lakers with that sort of core, you know, the Jordan Clarkson, Larry Nance, and then D'Angelo Russell and Brandon Ingram came along. So for that to sort of get split up and them all go their separate ways, it could be, you know, it could be hard, especially when basketball is such, you know, a team-orientated sport, and you sort of ride or die for your teammates and your team. So, you know, when business gets involved, I can understand how that hurts, you know. All right, number 7, this is a more lighthearted one. So apparently he puts hot sauce on everything. He quoted this when he was talking about it. "I put it on everything. I put it on eggs, I put it on pasta. It doesn't matter what it is. I've got a teammate, Jordan Clarkson. We're both from Texas. I never really liked hot sauce. Then Jordan introduced me to it." I'm not sure how to say this, sorry. Cholula? I've never heard of that. But anyway, he said, "Cholula for me, it's not as hot as the other sauces. It's kind of mild, and I now use it for everything." So I just wanted to put this one in. It's obviously a bit more lighthearted. I just wanted to, you know, add some of these fun ones. But yeah, just so you guys know, Julius Randle puts hot sauce on everything. Now moving on to number 8 and the final one. He always knew he would be an NBA player. So he quoted, "My goal was never to just be in the NBA," Randle said. "I always felt that I would get there. I just wanted to be the best player I could possibly be and reach my potential. And I try to push myself every day to do so. It would definitely be a milestone." So I think that's, you know, I think that's good, you know, like shoot for the stars, you can land on the moon, you know, like he was like, his focus wasn't, "I'll make it in the NBA. Once I make the NBA, I'm happy." He was like, I'm gonna make the NBA. I'm gonna grow. I'm gonna hopefully become like an all-star or whatever. And you know, it has worked out for him. And then now moving like, you know, fast forwarding to now, he quoted this recently when talking about being an all-star. He said, "Everything that I signed up for and goals that I wrote down when I decided to come in here and play for the Knicks, it's all happening," Randle said. "It's definitely an amazing moment for me and my family, and it was definitely special for me." So yeah, that's really cool. Randle's obviously, you know, got higher expectations on himself as a player, and he's definitely showing that, you know, he's an all-star and can, you know, be the best player on a team. So yeah, all the respect and credit to Julius Randle. Man's been through it and has, you know, come out stronger and better, so got to tip your hat to that. But yeah, that's that for the video. Like I said at the start, make sure to hit that sub button, road to 1K. And also, can we try to get 14 likes on this video? Leave a comment down below if you want to see me do it on a certain player, if it's your favorite player or whatever, or a player you just want to know more about. And yeah, I'll see what I can do. But thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys next time. Stay safe and peace.
Grabbing the boards like, I'ma go coast to coast, I'm on beats like do-si-do. They don't wanna go toe-to-toe, step into my court, you get put in the poster. We ain't talk to nobody if you ain't with the smoke. Run up on me, watch your ankles get broke. Spirit get him in the kick it back with the ghost. A lot of people talk but ain't doing the most. I'm a kook as shit like who you? I don't think that we neutral, can't control myself, I'm breaking free like JD.